Hey, what is going on YouTube? David here bringing you guys another YouTube video. Today we're talking about some phone cases for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now the last time I talked about iPhone 14 Pro Max cases, I think I did the silicone cases in all the colors and with the Apple MagSafe wallets and all that stuff. I've been buying phone cases for the iPhone 14 Pro Max and I bought a lot of them, more than I'd like to admit to you guys. Now before we begin guys, my name is David. I talk about my Tesla Model 3 on this channel and my overall ownership experience with it. I'm also a huge tech geek, so I love technology, so sometimes I'll do videos about those as well. So if that sounds like something that would be of interest to you, consider subscribing to my channel. I started this channel out as a New Year's resolution to myself, and we've been doing pretty good. So I'm really happy with my results. And I always thank each and every one of you for your continued support. I also plan on doing a review for the Apple Watch Ultra that I've been using for the past couple of months. And for all my Tesla people, I'm gonna be doing an updated accessories video for my Tesla Model 3. So please stay tuned for that. So I have a lot of exciting stuff planned on the channel. So one phone case that my girlfriend usually goes with, and I personally like, is the official silicone case from Apple. I did a video about this. I'll leave a link down in the description or a card up here somewhere. Now this case, everybody knows about it. It's a super expensive one made by Apple that is super grippy and also attracts a lot of pocket lint on your phone. Definitely not the most protective case out there, but you do have a raised lip on the edges of the phone, so any accessory on there that you're gonna put on, even this big boy, this thing does not slip off. So yeah, moving on to the next phone case. The next phone case I have is this one by Ghostek. This is the Covert series. Now, disclosure, I am not the biggest fan of clear cases. I just can't help but think that they make the overall look of your phone a little bit cheap. Now, this one I liked a lot more because it's clear here, but it's got this black TPU around the edges. It's actually textured, and I like the overall texture and look and feel of the case. It actually makes it feel really good in the hand because of these little grooves here and this kind of, I don't know how to say it. So I really like the edges of this case. Obviously there is a lip on the front to prevent the screen from being damaged when rested on its face. Camera is protected with this raised area as well. Your expensive Apple MagSafe accessories are going to work when you put it on. Now, these magnets are actually super strong. This case actually recedes into the phone a little bit. It's actually not gonna be compatible with the MagSafe battery pack from Zero Lemon, but if you have this guy, it actually will work really well. And I'm not gonna even try to shake this thing off because I know for a fact that this is never gonna come off. I literally have to push it that hard and you guys can hear the magnet actually coming off. Like I said before, I'm normally not the biggest clear case advocate, and overall I think this is just a great case. It's gonna be protective of your phone. Let's do the wireless charger test. And there you have it. It is charging. Now, moving on. Next up is a more traditional clear phone case. This is a phone case by Ringke. I'm not a fan of clear cases, but this one is a little bit different because the back is actually frosted, so it hides fingerprints really well. And not only that, but it's going to be a little bit better, I think, for the yellowing. Now, clear cases are going to yellow. I've only heard that the official Apple clear case doesn't yellow that much or doesn't yellow, so I don't know what kind of sorcery Apple is pulling there, but I always like to get these matte ones. The ones on the frosted back, I think it'll age a lot better. It's gonna show wear and tear a lot less. And overall, I think if you're gonna get a clear case, get a frosted case because it doesn't make your phone look as cheap as some of those really crystal clear ones do. It doesn't show fingerprints that much at all. These buttons are actually really clicky and the volume buttons work, and the cutout for the volume rocker is precise. Corners are also a little bit more protected by this little, I don't know what that is, like this little bump inside. So the corners are a little bit more protected. There's a spot for a lanyard. Your MagSafe accessory is not gonna come off easily. you almost have to force this thing to come off. So great job by Ringke. This one also has a little bit of a problem with the Zero Lemon. The Apple MagSafe battery pack is going to stick on just fine and is not going to have any sort of problem staying on. I really like this phone case. You can't go wrong with this one either. I'm definitely going to keep this and use this when I really want to just show off the color of my phone sometimes. It's converting me from somebody who normally hates using clear cases into someone that's actually willing to try and use this as my daily phone case. Now, obviously, the wireless charging is not going to be affected. This is a really thin case. Now, this phone case also does have that raised lip on the bottom and also the top. It doesn't really have anything on the side, which is actually a really welcome design because it makes it seem like the phone case is actually a lot thinner than it actually is. Now, let's move on to the next case. Now, the next phone case comes highly recommended from me. This is the Pitaka Fusion Weaving case, I believe it's called. This is a super thin case. Now, I really like the originality of this phone case with this design. Check it out. You got limited branding on here. But the only thing I don't like about this case, and like I said, this case is meant to be for people that just want a super thin case, basically there just to protect your back of your phone from scratches. The case is actually in itself is actually a little bit grippy, and I love that about the case. Basically just a thin piece of carbon fiber that covers just the corners of the phone. This is heavy in my daily rotation. There's no raised lips, so if you rest it on a table, it's basically going to be just resting on your screen. If your phone does drop and the phone lands on this bottom front of your phone, you're gonna be SOL and your phone is gonna crack. But so far, this is the phone case to get if you want the thinnest protection that you can possibly have. MagSafe battery pack from Zero Lemon is going to fit on there perfectly. I use this setup all the time. I go out like this. I don't care if the purple doesn't match with the black. I go out all the time just like this as well. Of course, it's going to handle the MagSafe Apple Wallet. No problem. Runner up if this is too expensive, because this is real carbon fiber. It's quite expensive. This is a great alternative. This is a case by Torras. It's really, really thin. You get a little bit more protection on this, being that the bottom is covered, the side buttons are covered, the top is covered. This is a great looking case for the purple iPhone 14 Pro Max because it matches the purple perfectly. Ignore the fingerprinting on that. I haven't used this case in a while, like I said, since I got that. This case barely adds any bulk to your iPhone. The only thing I don't like about it is it's not as MagSafe compatible. Wireless charging is not going to be a problem. Highly recommend it as well. Next up, I have this leather case. This actually mimics the Apple leather case pretty well, in my opinion. The leather feels really good and really high quality. The buttons are metallic, just like the Apple ones, a lot cheaper than the Apple ones. And dare I say, it's probably better quality. The purple that I have here goes really well with the purple iPhone 14 Pro Max this year. The cutouts are extremely precise. And overall, I think this is a great looking feeling leather case. It smells really good, actually. This is what it would look like with a MagSafe wallet on there. The trustworthy magnetic Apple MagSafe battery is going to work and do really well. It is thin enough to not interrupt with wireless charging. So I actually went out and I got a couple more from these more traditional brands that offer more protection. And I found these to be a little bit more interesting looking than your traditional OtterBox, boring, super heavy, thick cases. I try to stay as thin as possible, or maybe something a little bit more fun like those. This has slim protection, and that's kind of why I bought it. Also because it has MagSafe, and also supposedly there is 12 feet of drop protection. Let me get this guy unboxed for you really quick. This actually feels really cool. I might actually MagSafe logo, which is very different. Got your UAG branding here. This feels really solid in the hand. It really feels like the Ghostek one, because of the sides, it actually feels and actually looks just like it too. It makes the phone look super unique actually. I think this might look really nice on the silver iPhone. I don't think it's gonna fly off at all if you were to shake it. I also don't like the fact that you can still see this awkward corner. I still think that this is a really good looking case actually. This thing is pretty stuck on there. It feels pretty thin, and I can say I recommend this case to people. I actually really like this texture. You got the charging on it and it's going. Put that over there. The next one up I have is the more traditional UAG one. This is not a slim case like the other one was supposed to be. This is called the Essential Armor Slim Protection. This guy is a big boy, so thick. Like, oh my gosh. I would not use this. This is way too thick for me. This does not have MagSafe compatibility because of these edges and all this stuff that's going on. It's kind of like a tortoise shell almost. You got these grooves in here. The buttons are pretty responsive. They're clicky, they feel nice. You got the power up, power down. The cutout is there for the volume rocker. The lip and overall raise on the screen is not going to be an issue on a phone case like this. And I actually really like this carbon fiber design. This might be real carbon fiber, which is probably part of why it's so expensive. The phone is really protected in this case, so wireless charging no longer works with this phone case. This is too thick, so wire charging is going to be the route to go. So the next case up is going to be a very common, very popular brand that everybody knows about already at this point. This is a case that I chose for my Tesla people actually. This is the Mous case that everybody knows. They're the ones that drop their phone cases from top of buildings. This is for my Tesla people because my next theme inside of my car is gonna be a wood theme. They have this really cool design, like a bowl kind of a design where the edges, like the top edges of the phone and the bottom lip and chin of the phone, it's a lot thinner than the middle, so it gives off the impression that your phone case is actually a lot thinner than it actually is. However, it still offers super crazy drop protection, one of the best cases for protection out there. And let's test the MagSafe. So it is going to be MagSafe compatible, and it's actually pretty darn grippy. Wireless charging is not going to be a problem. It'll match the black interior in your Tesla just fine because of this wood trim. If you look at in the insides, there's so much protection. There's just so much stuff going on in the inside here. You got these little grooves and edges cut into the case. One of my favorite phone cases. I have saved the best for last. This is my absolute favorite phone case. This is the phone case that I always get for my iPhone ever since it came out. This is the Phone Rebel iPhone 14 Pro Max case. This is called the Flex series. It's got some branding on the top. It says Rebel there. It has Rebel here and Rebel in here. Now this is the Flex series. There is a MagSafe magnet, and it's good to see that there's some sort of padding. If you rest your phone on a table, it's going, look how you can see how much is raised from the bottom of the table. Like, this thing is really thick on the edges, and that's where most of the protection is coming from. When you drop your phone, most of the time it's going to land on the sides, and this thing actually protects your phone really well on the four corners, and that's the biggest thing. On the sides, it's basically naked. There's no case here, so you're basically gonna feel the cold stainless steel on your iPhone, and it's going to show off the color of your iPhone as well. You're going to be able to enjoy the iPhone the way that it was designed to be and really make not too many compromises with any case. I know we have lots of cases here, from thin cases and clear cases, so you're basically using the phone naked but with really well protected corners. looks really cool from the back. It's really soft. It hides fingerprints really well. All of your MagSafe accessories are going to work. Until I find something better, this basically stays on my phone all the time, unless I have a particular event that I need to go to, then I maybe will switch it for something else. Also, the case comes with a really good screen protector, so it also saves you money, unlike some of these other guys that don't give you anything. Alright guys, and that's it for the video. If you guys liked the video, leave a like on the video. Let me know down in the description which one is your favorite. Let me know if there's one that you want me to review or want me to look at. There's one phone case that I did not review here and that I don't have here today that I normally would always buy as well, and that one is the Kadabi sheath case. That is one of my favorite cases that I almost always buy, and quite frankly, I use the Kadabi sheath already for a long time. I can vouch for that case, and that's a great looking case. It feels great. It's actually not that thick, and it offers a lot of protection on your phone. Disclosure wise, I bought everything here that you see on this table with my own money. I have no reason to favor one brand over another, and I try to give you guys the best phone cases that I have bought in these past couple of months, and trust me, I have bought a lot. These guys are basically the cream of the crop, some of the ones that I would recommend to people, and a lot of work went into this video. So if you guys can leave a like on the video, drop me a comment on what you guys think is the best case for the iPhone, it would be greatly appreciated. If you like some of the phone cases in here or some of the accessories that I talked about today, support the channel by buying them through my Amazon links down in the description below, as it supports my channel and it would be greatly appreciated. I will be doing a Google Pixel 7 phone case video shortly because I just got this guy in the house. This is a phone case that I've been waiting for weeks, and it's finally here, so I'm super excited. Stay tuned for that. I hope you guys have a great day. This is David here signing off. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye. And of course, for my Tesla people, I had to show you guys the mouse case matching the wood trim on the Tesla. By the way, yes, I know I need to charge my phone battery. It's been a long day at work. It's been a long day at YouTube.